Dear TPC members and special invitees, on behalf of Food Valley, the protein community, the Brabantse Economic Development Agency, the province of Noord-Brabant, I welcome you to this very exciting hybrid event accelerating fermentation. Because we will learn today, I'm quite sure that fermentation is just one of the solutions to become more protein self-sufficient.
Hello everyone, my name is Leo Koning and this January I started working at Food Valley as community manager for the protein community.
Welcome in the province of Noord-Brabant, the Netherlands. In our province we have food production in our DNA, as well as innovation. In Brabant we have many innovative entrepreneurs who make an important contribution to this protein transition, such as Kozen, Schouten, Delco and also the Protein Brewery, where you are today. I hope that today's meeting will contribute to connecting and expanding networks between Brabant and the TPC network in the field of fermentation, technology and protein transition.
And I see fermentation as a microbial process changing the characteristics of an organic substrate. For that to do so, you need a microbe, you need a substrate, and you need conditions, you need a process. So if you want to dive into the opportunities that fermentation gives you, I think start with this scheme. So where we developed cheeses for 40 years, we now are in an era that we have fermentation technologies. We want to develop all these new products and we are eager to get them in 1 or 2 years. Well, our diversity in substrates is much higher. So this for fermentation technologies is El Valhalla. Because I do believe that taste is a matter of training. It's a matter of what you learned from your parents. That's the idea behind taste development. When are we called something to be called cheese? Is that when the consumption moment is the same? Or when the nutritional value or the nutritional functionality is roughly the same? Being able to produce and modify proteins and protein-rich products. The main benefits are of course sensory, health and safety. And searching in this vast space of opportunity makes it complex, but also extremely rewarding.
And for that reason, on the first slide, you see some of the, I think, the unique selling points of corn, which are the chicken nuggets with the whole muscle structure, which could be created quite well with the mycoprotein, which is produced by corn. Very short, how is the corn production process looks like? We have a waste which is cleaned. Every fermenter is combined with a huge investment in a water cleaning system, which is on the industrial site we are in. And water is already used and or put back into the river. And the microproteins are concentrated, and that concentrated microprotein are transported to our production facilities in the UK or third-party manufacturers. These fermenters are 155 cubic meter, and the total height of the fermenter is 50 meter. So they are quite impressive, meaning that we have to refresh the 155 cubic meter in the fermenter every 6 hours. The amount of protein we can produce in one single fermenter equals the amount of protein in 4 slaughtered cows. Corn is really looking forward for an open innovation type of activities, and we really want to share up with others to create a win-win situation with external partners. That the quality of the fermentation is of key importance for the final textures which could be obtained.
The key is that we produce a lot of microalgae with very little resources. And with that, we'll be able to provide in larger amounts of protein, among others, because these algae are rich in protein. But we feed during the process precisely what the microalgae needs to continue growing at a fast pace. By the end of this year, we will have a wide algae that we can introduce to the market. And that is what we aim to be also a true protein plus solution. We will be able to compete also with other current available plant-based protein sources on the market. What we have seen that with the reduction of color, the taste also improves.
Yeah, I cannot prevent people to cut down rainforests, but can I do something about it to make something that is more affordable and more efficient than what we do today with animals. And if we can make from sugar beet juice a product that is colorless, odorless and tasteless, and we call this Fermentation. This is a mycoprotein, but we have a completely different process from corn. Something that, in the end, we have to inform our customers that we are sustainable. Because if we're not, then they are not going to be sustainable. And then in the end, it fires back at you. It's like a boomerang. Developing this makes a lot of fun and it's exciting. And I am very inspired with all these other fermentation people because they're soulmates, so to speak, right? So we talk the same German. And she started to learn to cook with Fermentation. Not only burgers, but also cookies, and this is the beef burger.
Mm. And are you also looking for applications in the area of non-dairy with Fermentation?
Yes, you can with this product you can go to dairy applications, meat applications, and also bread and grains. How do you call it? Confectionery. Well, in the end, you can think it's almost the same as bioethanol.
Oh, really?
Yes, because if you are at the scale of bioethanol, and you have a similar yield, and you have similar cost, but that's millions of tons scale.
Yeah.
Then you go down to €1.
€1, perhaps €1.5.
Otherwise, you cannot compete with soybean.